So we'll begin this by discussing some myths or facts, right? Discussing some myths or facts before we go into our slide. I don't know if my entire tab is showing. I think it's just showing. Okay, yes. So myths or facts. So the first one we're talking about is generative AI thinks like a human, right? That is a myth actually. The truth about AI, that's ChatGPT, Gemini, I don't know the one you know, right? Copilot and the rest. The truth about it is that AI doesn't think, feel, or understand. It predicts. It's practically predicts based on patterns, based on the data and based on probabilities. Right? It's not probably not like conscious or reasoning like a human. It does not reason like Mary. It does not reason like David Icke, right? But what you can do for it to be able to reason a bit like you is creating patterns for it. So you will create some patterns, let it know about you, let it know about what you're trying to get done, and is able to predict those patterns. So sometimes I practically say, I use this word sometimes, I say AI is dull. The reason I say AI is dull is if you don't guide it properly, it will lead you astray. It will give you something else that you don't expect. I'm trying to look for that social media slang and didn't expect it. So to just take you to one direction like this, to take you off track if you're not able to guide it properly. So yes, it works based on patterns. The second is generative AI will replace all jobs. Well, so I'm going to just give us some illustration and different my opinion on this. The truth is that it can't really take all jobs, right? Because of the way it also sees things. It is too pattern. It is you're giving it a structure. It keeps following that structure. Most times, it doesn't even know when to bend. Most times, right? Compared to how a Joseph will reason in some situation, or a Loveland will reason in some situation. An AI will probably not bend, right? It will keep going in its own direction based on everything it has learned. So AI might be able to replace tasks, not your jobs entirely. One of the examples I will give, I don't know if anybody have seen an application called Suno AI. There are two. Let me go to Google and show you something. So there's an artist, a Nigerian artist called Faye, and she released a song called and I want to know the one. Yes. So yes, see Urban Chords, right, is an AI. So she released a song called Faye, Intentions. The song really makes sense. Also, right? Then this Urban Chords AI, totally AI. We did the song using fake voice and using some choir and all of that. And to be honest, far more interesting than the original. That Faith had to say, yes, I got to work with, I have to work with the AI, yes. This is the remix of the song. You understand? Because it really makes sense. And this is AI. There's one popular song currently trending. I'm ending somewhere with this. That I don't know if anybody knows that song. But it's everywhere, and people are calling about it. The song, the real story about the song is that somebody lost his father. I looking for his father, right? That song has a particular version that was not done with AI, but the particular version that is reigning right now was remixed by AI. The owner also have to adopt to it. Now, everything I'm saying is sounding as if, wow, AI is actually taking job from them. Not really, right? I've tried also using Suno. Suno is the AI that does music, and I've been able to see the gaps. I've been able to see the use case. Now, even the owners of Suno AI, they've added something called Studio to it, whereby you are able to um, pick different elements of the music that it created and probably recreate it. So one of the things some top musicians are using Suno for right now, the way they try to make it a tool is they give it this what do they call it? They give it the idea of what they want to produce, and it does it because it's AI. It does it with all its energy, the way it likes. And if you give it again, if you change it to another style, it's limitless, right? Based on all the patterns they've given it. Now, what producers do is they learn the pattern, they adjust it, and now adopt it or make it better. That's what people are using it to do. Now, the reason is probably one of the reasons why they're not able to use the AI entirely is because one, it's not original. Two, there's a lot of copyright issues around it. And right now, if for people that already use ChatGPT and all of that, you'll be able to pick up on similarity in what I just explained. They are using it to kill that writer's block or that idea that comes. They may have let me know, for music, it's not writer's block anymore. It is now maybe the inspiration to create a beat that will fit this lyrics, right? But if you say, tell the AI, create this Afro in this pattern, it will be able to create it in different versions. So same thing ChatGPT has been doing for most of the content writers, whereby when you give it an idea, it's able to break it down, it reduces the writer block. That's what Suno, the music application, is probably doing for musicians and producers. It reduces the time they will use to think, to get inspired. Sometimes, if you hear some musicians, it takes them a lot of time to create something and to pick up something that really makes a lot of sense. But now you can give a musician a music, and the next thing, he takes the concept of the music, tells ChatGPT to give him some lyrics. He adds his own feel, his own rhythm to it, and lyrics is out, and he jumps on the song. Now, to get it further, you can go to Suno, and Suno can give you the kind of melody based on your normal style. Suno can tell you the best way to go with your progression, your chords, and all of that. And that's what we can use AI for. Yeah. In order not to stay longer, I hope I've been able to convince you that it is more of a tool, but not to replace your job. But the only way to not replace you entirely is you embracing it and using it properly. So with style, I've been able to teach you guys to know how it works, right? Reactions, if you heard me, I would like to see your reactions if you heard everything I said about Suno. Are we still here? Okay. Joseph is there. Okay. That's right. Yeah, also, generative AI is always accurate. No, I've already explained this. It's not always accurate. AI can produce incorrect or outdated information confidently. So it's not always accurate. Now, using generative AI means your data is automatically unsafe. No, that's not true. Data safety depends on how and where AI is used. So most times it's very, very good to pay for it so that your data is protected when using it. So generative AI is only useful for writing or art? No. I've been able to give you other use like music, right? Generative AI is used across coding. It's also used for creating applications. And at a point, there was one application. There are some applications that are out, like Lovable. If you've heard of Lovable before, Lovable is used to create application. And we have been in situations whereby a client will say, I can create this thing easily now. Somebody did this for me, like with speed of light using Lovable. And I asked one of the clients one time and said, they created using Lovable, right? Is the back end fixed? Person was confused. Said, can you easily change this and this and this? Person was lost. So I know how to explain something that yeah, lovable is great to use, right? But setting up the functionalities where there's work. You can easily use AI to give you the front end that would look so smoothly, so fast. But you need some knowledge to be able to make it very, very functional, right? You need some more knowledge. It's like somebody saying, I can use Suno to create music because you just put in any prompts. You might create something that seems good to you, but let it produce as somebody that is already very musical inclined use it, and you'll see the difference. I don't know if you guys have seen a trend of a AI. Do you know there's an AI musician that exists? I've showed you one AI choir, right? Well, let's not go too much into music because I'm kind of I DJ on the side. Maybe that's why I'm jumping in. Let's not go into music. Let's continue going so that we'll go into the major topic of the day. Well, I'm trying to debunk most of the myths that we have regarding AI, right? So another one is we stumbled across an Instagram post that said, yeah, there are AI musicians right now. There are AI full artists that are AI. Yes, and it's a way to make money. So there are a lot people can learn. You can also, I believe you've heard AI agents, right? But you can't just create these things just like that. You need to have some knowledge to be able to create them perfectly. The person that created one of the popular AI musicians, I think it started around mid-January to now, millions of views everywhere, Spotify and all. The person is a writer. The person has been a writer for years. So the person is able to write songs that can touch your soul. So it was not because it was AI, it was because the words also make meaning, right? Now, you need to be highly technical to use generative. No, not really. You don't need to be highly technical, but you need to have some understanding, right? You don't need to be highly technical. Now, let's now go to our topic of today. So we'll be rounding up this class by 8:45 on dot, probably before. But yeah, how to generate accurate product descriptions and niche-based content with generative AI. How can we do this? How can we do this? So I might be on the screen for a while, right? Okay, so let me just read this from this slide and I can continue. So one, have a clear product image. The better the image, the more accurate the description will be. Two, don't just say, help me write a description. Your prompt should be a command that gives context and structure. Structure implies that um, you want included in the description like product name, features. So just straight to the point, right? You have to have structured instructions. Wow, that's right. Block it. So you have to have more of a structure to be able to give AI the best prompt, right? I will give you guys the flow. And the third one is if you are unsatisfied with the outcome of prompts, a little clarity will help. So you have to just cool your AI. You have to be patient with your AI as if it's a baby, right? You have to take it easy, ensure it understands you and all of that. So um, a quick guide, right, to generate the best product description. Firstly, you have to start with the buyer. Hmm? You have to start with the buyer, not the product. You have to start with the buyer, not the product. You have to know who is this for. So let's put it this way. You want to generate the best description for post-production use. What to generate product description for a Chanel bag. What is that song on TikTok again? A Chanel bag, right? You want to generate the best, yes. So hope you're not gonna start generating the content just like maybe you are born and bred in Ajegule and you want to generate a product for a Chanel bag, original one, and you are using yourself as channel by, yeah, thank you. I see yourself as the point of view, you are reasoning it the way you are marketing it as if you're marketing to yourself. Like, uh, it won't really work. So you need to know who is this for. Now, when you understand who is it for, you'll be able to use their kind of language. You'll be able to use their kind of music. You'll be able to use their tone. You'll be able to use everything that aligns with them to be able to go to write your description and sell it and market it. Now, you also need to know what it's solved, the problem it solved. So for this kind of person, how will this person need a channel bar, right? So the person might need it to show that they are parts of the 1% of the 1%, right? Stuff like that. Another one is, why should they care right now? Thing is, this 1% of the 1% will always care about channel bar because right now is the main thing. So you see, as I said it now, that looks very casual. As casual as that and as posh as that is how you can actually describe it to somebody in that, because probably sometimes they think that way. They really need it. They need it to be a more. They need it because they can get it, right? They will get Chanel bar because they can add it to the collection, right? They need to show every other person that yes, they have arrived and stuff like that. So another point is lead with the core benefits. So the first point again is start with the buyer, not the product. Let me if I should write it here so that you can see it. So let me write it here. Start. So the first point I gave is this is like a jotter. So start, and I've explained this already. Start with the buyer, not the product. So you need the product first. Think about who you're selling it to. Number two, looking at the core benefits. More like saying, why do they need this? Lead with the core benefits. And all of this I'm saying, we'll see how we can put it into AI so to give you the best results, right? Number three, if I go to number three. So you have to open with the biggest outcomes, right? You talk about the features of the bar, right? You talk about the benefits. You talk about how it makes them feel. I think I've said something. Yeah. So you talk about how it makes them feel. So those are part of the benefits. Yeah. So even somebody that is broke that could not buy a Chanel bag will save up to buy it. Will save up. Because if the only thing that makes that person feel good is to feel that certain way that you've sold, the person will save up to buy it. Right? So this is like PTC marketing right now. Wow. Rental marketing. Okay. Anyway, let's write it. The third one is turn features into benefits. So it still aligns with this. You've already talked about the core benefits, so you turn the features into benefits. So some of the examples are when you're selling maybe an expensive wristwatch, you'll be able to let them know it's more of an investment, right? Most times I don't see where they sell those kind of expensive bags and they call it an investment. They don't call it a liability. It is the people that call it liability are, sorry to use the word, are we that don't have such money. But people that have the money, it's an investment. And when you're selling it to them, call it an investment. Because yes, it's also an investment actually. There have been I've seen some scenarios whereby someone is kind of broke and you are able to sell some of your great assets, and selling that assets bring back money, right? So yes, it's an investment. I don't know if you guys watched this movie of Bimbo, Where Love Lies, I guess, where she was an housewife practically doing nothing, and she does nothing much, and she wasn't really saving her husband's money. I don't know if you guys align with the movie I'm talking about. Yeah. So her husband kind of played a prank on her or a trick on her, like kind of testing her. and said they do not have money any longer. She felt so bad. We thought she was leaving the marriage in the movie. We did not know she took all her bags and everything to sell to raise, is it 10 million or so? I don't know the amount, right? So all those Chanel, all those Gucci she was wearing, yeah, you see, it's an investment. So when you market it that way, so this is about you knowing the buyer, right? So let me not dwell on that. So we can move forward. Now, let me give an example of turning futures into benefits. An example is the future is a 12-hour battery, right? The benefit is use it all day without recharging. Another feature is it is waterproof. Then the benefit is no worries in rain or spills. Another feature is lightweight. Then the benefit is comfortable even after hours, right? Fourth one is use clear and scannable structure. Now, so we're getting there. Use clear and scannable structure. So when people are reading your content, right, people don't really have time. If all your contents are mobile, even though they're making so much money, there's no space within them. A lot of people will just be stressful, right? People will want to stay too long on it because it's stressful to read. So one, you have to ensure that it's short paragraphs. Short paragraphs, keep it short, right? Bullet points, and also bold key phrases, right? That's for number 4, bold key phrases. So example is long-lasting performance, works all day, easy to use, no setup or learning curve. So just words as simple as that, just bold key phrases. The 5th one is add proof and credibility. So add proof and credibility. So to be able to reduce doubt of people, especially in this country, right? Especially in Africa or in this country, most people on the internet, they really find it difficult to trust. Find it difficult to trust. So one of the best ways to sell, you need to show people proof, right? You need to show them numbers. And that's why people, once somebody already has 30,000 followers, it's influencer. I think that influencer is a small word, it's a very strong word, man. It means that you could influence some people to believe or go in a particular direction, right? So, for example, some of the proof of credibility you could do is customer reviews or testimonials as one, certificate or awards, or something like showing numbers, saying something like it's trusted by 500,000 people. Another one that you can use for the kind of product we're talking about, we're talking about niche. When you just show the video, like the video wore your clothes, or the video's wife, Shoma, wore your Chanel bag, photo is finished, right? So this is marketing generally, right? So that is because you've understood your audience. The best way to prove to your audience is by using what they believe, right? Some very, very well-do guys, for example, don't just believe anyhow numbers. They'll fact check it. So some of the way they believe is by they need physical proof, either by somebody. That is why most of these IM products they go as far as getting influencers to speak about it. And when they speak about it, everybody believes in it. And it works for all products actually. It also works for low-end products because once an influencer says he's playing Bet Niger, you know that you don't have money, you would like to play the Bet Niger, right? So not to go too far from what we're talking about. So let's move on. Another part is create a visual experience with words. I think I will stop on this and go to AI straight. Create a visual experience with words. Okay. You have to help them imagine the where, the when, and how it feel. That's where you say that makes it very, very interesting, right? Um, two more, then we'll go straight to AI. And all of these are for us to structure what we want AI to deliver for us, right? So that you will not just give it things that you yourself don't properly understand. Now, the seventh is undo objections proactively. So let me put this topic quickly. So this is a quick guide. This list I'm giving you, this is a quick guide to generate the best product description for your niche product. Oh, sorry, for your niche technology description. Yeah, that's one. Best product description. I will make this my slide, my design better next time. So the number 7, which I was speaking to, was undo objections proactively. Undo objections proactively. Yep. And the last one is end with a clear call to action. So end with a clear call to action. Like add to carts, upgrade your routine, get yours now. So the simple formula, right, is hook, the problem, the solution, the benefits, the proof, and the CTA. So that's the simple formula. That's just practically everything I was trying to show you. All of that is this is just how will I put it? This is it in pieces form. This quick guide is it in pieces form from number 1 to 8. Then in how will I say this right? Let me get my test folder. Then in flow, like creating a flow. Let me duplicate this. I'm trying as much to ensure that we are seeing what I'm talking about so that it is very clear. Okay, let me just go and I think I'll just mention this, or let me just put it here and I'll claim it later. So the flow is who, from who, the next is problem, from problem, the next is solution, from solution, the next is benefits, from benefits, another is proof, from proof, CTA. CTA is call to action. Now you see this, all of this will be in a short description. All of this I listed make up a short description that will make you sell. Right? It makes up what you are also going to ensure that AI gives to you. If we go deep into an example, it might take a lot of time. Maybe in our next class we'll do that. So I want to just jump somewhere and give us some prompts, right? Now, for example, sorry. So I want to copy one of these prompts, select the business niche, try out this. I'm going to use one of these prompts as an example on Gemini. Let me open my Gemini. Yep. Based on everything I've explained to us, you will be able to see all of this in action, right? We are going to practically put in hold on. So we'll do that example where I will send some of the other prompts to the group. So our Telegram group, so that you can also try it out yourself based on everything you've understood from the class. It's probably be clearer, right? Our next class will go more on examples. We'll keep going on examples and see how to fine tune. But for this class, it's just an introduction to understanding it and how to get it done and understanding the structure of each description you will make. So let's take this prompt. We need to stop this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is the prompt. Write a persuasive product description for the name of the product, targeting social customer, focus on the main problem it solves, emotional and practical benefit, and end with a strong call to action. So see this, I'm trying to give AI and we'll see how it's. We're going to test this on Gemini, see what it gives us, right? We'll test it on ChatGPT and test it on DeepSeek, and we'll just see the difference. We will do more practical diagnosis on prompting, right? From next class. So now what product should we? Can somebody tell me the product we should put on this? Can someone put on the message, tell me a product we should use? And somebody else tell me a customer, tell me the ideal customer for the product somebody else would have mentioned. Okay, say we should use a washing machine. Okay, that's right, washing machine. Somebody who is the ideal customer for a washing machine, someone else should please say that. Washing machine. Ideal customer. And someone, I give an example of how an ideal customer, I gave an illustration. So who is an ideal customer? I guess you don't know how we do that, right? I like response. Are we here? Okay. So let me just.
Customer would be a married um,
Okay. Who's
a
talking?
family.
Okay. A bachelor who, right? Parents, busy professional, student. Okay. We're going to just take an ideal customer. Okay. So that's another thing. When you have a lot of customer range, right? It would be nice to try not to be too broad, so that it will eat those people. Like it will be like this is the need. Are you a bachelor? Yes, I think it's a bachelor. So let's say a busy mom. Let me put it this way. Write about social put a description for a washing machine targeting a busy African parent. Focus on the main problem it solves, emotional and practical benefits, and end with a strong call to action. So let's try this out. So we'll copy links and paste it on all of the platforms. So as this is going through, where is DeepSeek? It's going already. Okay, that is going through. Let's go to DeepSeek. Maybe put same thing on DeepSeek. Now let's also try ChatGPT. Okay, so now let's go to Germany. Let's see what it is. So, as a busy parent, your day is a marathon of work. Yes, it describes it's a hero, right? School runs a family with the mountain of luxury shouldn't be another source of stress, right? Our latest smart machine is designed to specifically give you back your precious resource time. You see this word? To give you back your precious resource time. If you use this as one of your strong points, it will actually sell, right? Why you will love it. So, practical efficiency. So, this is one of the description again. The description is featuring advanced load sensing technology and quick watch circles. It handles. Okay, this is one of the. Okay, this is one of the features. Oh. It's broke down features. Okay, built for Africa. Okay, because you said Africa. Oh, this was the direction we went. Okay, so let's check what DeepSeek will give us. Okay, I love this. So DeepSeek said freedom from laundry mountain. The washing machine built for you also. Every day is a marathon. Yeah, this is a description. Then it gave you room to add the model, right? Knowing fully well that washing machines has model. So this is thinking for you already. It gave you room to add the model. You see there's a huge difference between what Gemini and DeepSeek is bringing to you. Now introducing blah blah blah. Engineered not just to clean clothes, but to give you back your time. It also said this, right? I think this is a key point for parents. So, to a very large extent, you've already seen some of your major points. AI giving you all of this does not mean you use it like this, right? In our next class, I will show you how I will practically use this, and we could even go as far as designing something for you, show you how we market this, and you tell us if it's fine or not, right? So your main problem solved. This is a nice part. Your main problem solved. No more hand washing struggle. Liberate your hands from soapy water and aching backs. Our powerful deep cleaning. Yeah, this is cool, right? Um, but this is only going to be sold to people that don't have the washing machine before. A scenario where somebody has a washing machine but need something better. I'm just saying, right? Practical power for your reality, power smart technology. So this is cool. Emotional benefits, more than just doing. So this is but showing you that you could eat them from this, facing their reality. You could eat them from emotional, like strike their emotions straight up, right? The gift of time, peace of mind, sense of order. Yeah. Then let's see what ChatGPT offered us. Now on ChatGPT, it came with a story. Because your day is already full, laundry shouldn't add to the stress. Makes sense. I wanted to say somebody to clock this. Between work, school, blah, 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 blah. Piling laundry only adds to the pressure, which makes sense. So, yes. So, these are all proper description, and we will have to dissect this in our next part, right? We'll have to dissect what we'll practically do is to show you how when we are creating content for a particular niche like this, let's say washing machine, how we try to ensure we pick the right content and take what is best to be able to sell our product properly, right? And not making it really be AI, using your human knowledge to do your best in that niche. So I believe we'll stop here. As I don't want to cross 8:45. I would like us to stop here and we'll meet in our next class, which will be announced, and we'll go further. And please expect more. Other things we expect is in this series of classes, we'll go into Canva, we'll go into using AI for different things, like we mentioned, different things. You'll be able, I say before, benefits of this class is you should be able to use it to do some things for yourself personally, make life easy for you and use it like a professional, right? You need to use it like a professional. And thank you for your time and do have a great day. You can drop your questions on the group so we can also answer them in the next class. Take care, guys.